This was an experience I had the first night I moved into my new home. This detail is significant because spirits do not like intruders to live in the house. They will always consider theirs. So for activity to happen on the first night is not uncommon. It was around 2:30 a.m., which is significant because all the unexplained events that happen in my home happen around this time. It started when I heard footsteps coming from my attic. The footsteps were pacing back and forth across the attic, and it stopped on the right side of the attic. After it stopped, I heard a loud thud, like someone had fallen down. After that, the footsteps stopped. Years later, when I was remodeling the attic to make 2 bedrooms and a bathroom up there, I was removing old floorboards to install cables for the new rooms. As I cut out the floorboards, I looked on the underside of them and noticed that under the floorboards were charred, suggesting that there was a fire at some point in the history of the house. This caught my attention because the side of the attic where the burnt floorboards were discovered was the same side of the house that the footsteps stopped and the person could be heard falling. This suggests that the person was running around upstairs while possibly on fire and finally fell down dead. When my upstairs project was finally completed, I took my dog up there to show him the new rooms. The dog suddenly lowered his head and started growling at a corner. My family and I watched him as he was growling at a seemingly empty corner of the room. This could not be explained logically, because 2 other family members and I were up in the room with the dog, and we did not hear any noise or see anything in the corner. In all of the years I have lived in the house, I have not heard any noise to suggest that any creature had taken residence in the attic, like rats or any other animal that would cause my dog to act this way. This corner was also on the same side of the attic where the burnt floorboards, where we heard the ghost fall. They say dogs can sense spirits that we cannot. Kind of like when dogs can hear noises that are below the range of human hearing. Maybe they can see or sense spirits that are below the light waves that we can see. Dogs can also see in the dark, so maybe he saw something that we could not. Dogs usually act this way to protect their owners from things that would want to hurt us. We had found a dog leash under the floorboards while remodeling, so maybe he was growling at the spirit of another dog. The home where all of this happened was built in 1950, and there had been at least 2 other families that have lived there previously. While remodeling the attic, we found a picture under the floorboards. The picture was of a big family, and the picture was in black and white, which suggests that the picture was of the family who originally lived there in the 50s. We bought the house from an elderly lady who had a husband die in that house. This means that there has been at least 1 death in the house.